destroy.
What's happening, party people? It's your guy Damien. Welcome to Damien All Day. Let's get right into this WrestleMania news with Kevin Owens and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Of course, you guys know at the end of Raw or during Raw that Kevin Owens has called out Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, he's been taking shots at Texas for a little while now. And it kind of makes me think and wonder to some point. Now, let me throw this out there real quick before I get into this Owens and Austin thing. He has thrown a lot of shade and on all that stuff to Texas. And of course, he's called out Stone Cold. But here's an interesting thing I want you guys to understand with that. Of course, obviously, he says something about Shawn Michaels being in Texas. And I don't know if he says something about the Undertaker, but the Undertaker's from Texas. So it's like, could we see appearances from them as well? Say, for instance, if Kevin Owens is, in a brawl or in a match with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and something happens to happen during that match, and Austin is in trouble or maybe even outnumbered or something, Shawn Michaels can come out. The Undertaker can come out. Will the Undertaker come out as the dead man or the badass? Who knows? But I'm just throwing that out there. There could be some other appearances that have to do with that as well. But, I'm just saying. But with a quote from what Ringside News has said, that it's apparent by the booking direction that Steve Austin and Kevin Owens will have something to do with each other in Dallas. Owens' constant jabs at Texas has not fallen on deaf ears. Now, with that being said, obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys know now that Stone Cold had a video. He drove the side by side. Stopped, usual Stone Cold. Looks fired up, looks intense, looks ready to fight. One last can of ass whooping to open up. And it should be entertaining. But my thing is with this is that, I don't know what kind of shape Stone Cold is in. Kevin Owens is in game shape, and he's been in game shape for a while. I hope they don't make this to where it's like, Kevin Owens and the old guy, or even Kevin Owens beating up on the old guy, because that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't want to see that. So I think with this one, they should probably be creative, kind of make it a Kevin Owens can't escape situation. Steve Austin still, beat him up and get his stunner in. But I just think in doing this, you got to be a little bit creative, which I don't think they will. Because for one, we're 5-6 days away from WrestleMania. And this is just now forming. Why this wasn't formed weeks ago, I don't know. That's the problem with WWE and booking stuff like WrestleMania. You can't book WrestleMania like you're booking Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. You can't do that. So I don't understand why something like this with Stone Cold Steve Austin is waited all the way to under a week, basically, for something to happen. I don't know if he's already known and they've had this planned out and months ago, and then Stone Cold had to kind of work out and get ready, and they're just making it seem like they're just now doing this. WWE could do that. But I don't know. Knowing WWE, I don't know. They might have made a call to Stone Cold a while ago, like, hey, we're having WrestleMania in AT&T Stadium in Dallas. I just want to let you know, we may want you to be a part of it to some degree, like you were last time. You know, I don't know if you need to kind of get yourself ready, if you need like a month to get into shape for a little bit or so, for a couple minutes or a few minutes, however that may be. I don't know. They could have threw that nugget out there to him a long time ago. Who knows? We'll see. But I don't think this is an actual. I don't think it's gonna be an actual match. I think it'd be a brawl. Could it finish in the ring? It could start and finish in the ring, but they might be brawling around. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't see Stone Cold in a full-fledged wrestling match. I just don't see that. I think because of age more than anything. This isn't like, Ric Flair wrestling and everything. That's different. Like Stone Cold, if we can't get Stone Cold and not Stone Old. Nobody wants Stone Old Steve Austin. People would rather take Stone Cold. If we can't get Stone Cold, I don't want to see him in the ring. No. I'd rather have him just do a brawl or something like that and maybe get some help from the other Texas buddies like Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker and whatever, because I don't see Austin getting in the ring having a full-fledged wrestling match. I just don't see it. It's just I don't know. But I do see Stone Cold getting help. Because I think either KO is going to get overwhelmed and have some help come out, or KO is just going to, I don't really want to say dominate, but really wants to just basically dominate pretty much, whatever. But I think if anything, Stone Cold's going to get help, because you're going to rip Texas. And you're not going to have people like Shawn Michaels make an appearance, possibly the Undertaker, whichever version. I just think stuff like that will be. But as far as this goes for WrestleMania idea, the thought process for them, just even the little bit of thought process for them putting this together, they could have done with other superstars that they have on their roster. Going forward, let these writers give these ideas for these other wrestlers, or superstars, and let that be. Rejecting this and rejecting that's not making any sense. Roman and Brock is a solid story, but they've had their story in history for a long time. It's not nothing out of the norms. Like we know what's going on with that. And the thing about that is like, at this point, Roman can't lose, and he shouldn't. But all this effort that they're in the creativity that they're doing for Stone Cold and Kevin Owens, I don't know if Kevin Owens has a good amount of say with his, or if Vince McMahon is doing this. But I do think that you're going to you have to get creative with this one because of Stone Cold being as old as he is. I'm not saying he's an old fogey, but he's not moving and grooving like he used to. And he's damn sure not moving like Kevin Owens is moving. And Kevin Owens is the big man. Kevin Owens is the big man. You're going to have to brawl with him. Might have to hit him over the head with a beer bottle or something, a chair or something. There's not going to be a wrestling match. I don't see that happening. No, at all. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of here. That was all I wanted to say about this Stone Cold and Kevin Owens news. That Kevin Owens called out Stone Cold, and obviously Stone Cold responded with a video. And you have awoken the dragon, my friend Kevin Owens. So we'll see how that goes for that whole Mania moment. And we'll go from there with that. All right, party people, like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, if you don't want to, it is what it is. Okay. But like, comment, and subscribe. All right. Talk to you guys later. I'm out.